This video is going to show you how to create the headings in this table of contents. So we're going to expect you to have in your table of contents a title here, and then you will have different sections in your table of contents. And it looks to me like there's some editing that I need to do on this one. So we will fix it up, and I'll also show you how to create this table of contents. So first of all, every section, if you notice, this is reflections is in the table of contents. If I click on it, it goes to that section. So it didn't go very far because that's all. This is all on the same page right now. So what I'm going to show you is how do you actually get these things in the table of contents to show up. What you need to do is to create these titles, and then once you create the titles, you're going to make them a heading 1 for a style. I will show you an example here in a minute. So if you notice, each one of these weekly progress notes is a heading 1. If I click on this other text, it changes to normal text. Progress update is an example of how you're going to keep your weekly progress notes. Definition is an optional section. So if I want that to be a section and to have it show up in my table of contents, I need to highlight this. I need to change it from normal text, and I'm going to choose heading 1 for the first level on my table of contents. So I now have reflections as heading 1, that's a title, weekly progress notes as a heading 1, and definitions as a heading 1. And if I keep scrolling down, there's another section down here called references and sources. Those are all heading 1. I added or created definitions. It says this is an optional section. Delete it if you don't want. If you keep it, then change the title from normal text to heading 1 and update the table of contents. Well, I just changed it from normal text to heading 1. If I scroll up now and I click on my table of contents, notice this little refresh circle. You click on the refresh circle, and now that new title shows up in your table of contents. Now, many people like to separate their table of contents and the rest of their document, and you can do that by adding, or you can do a Control-Enter, and that puts that next section on the page down. Let me fix the returns there. So now the reflection starts on the page after the table of contents. This is kind of redundant that we have table of contents as page 1, but we can leave it there. The next thing I want to show you is you're going to have multiple reflections, and you will have multiple weekly progress notes, and you want the titles for those to show up as subsections. So I'm going to highlight on the first reflection title, which is what is a game. You're going to make that go from normal text to heading 2. And then when you start to do your weekly progress notes, you'll do the same thing. You'll have a little title for each week or each progress. You want to change that to heading 2. When you go up and you update your table of contents, then those will show up as subheadings. You're also going to have this resources and reference section. And each one of these, for example, how-to videos are going to be linked in. We're going to make those heading 2. But then I want to make, for example, this title a heading 3. So every time you want to have kind of like another subsection, you choose the different heading style. And the different heading styles will show up as a subsection, and they will be appropriately indented. They will also be appropriately sized for font. So now you can see that we had a how-to directions video, and then you had the download, and then the 3 that you're going to be linked in. So if I click on this, it's a link. It'll take me to that part of the document. So that's how your table of contents is going to work. We showed you how to make a title, highlight the title, you change it from normal text to the heading that you need, and then you update the table of contents every time you do that.